Welcome to In the Know. When you leave here today, you definitely will be in the know. So we try to kick it out, we try to jumpstart how the actual situation started between him and Boosie. Initially, it was nothing but miscommunication. It was miscommunication.
Well, it was like this here, bro. I'm the type of person, but my feelings get hurt real easy. And me and Boosie was cool before all the rap shit kicked off, you know? And it's like this here. If you a street nigga and you do some pussy shit, I fault you for that. Hit the lights, bro. I fault you for that. Right. But if you known for being old pussy jive ass nigga and you do some pussy shit, I give you a pass. I wouldn't even be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing was, it's small shit, but like I said, it mean a lot to me. You know, I had my I had a sign that said Nussie badass in the stores at the bottom line in the South. I got a call that Boosie pulled up and yanked my sign down. And I thought that was some fucked up shit because I know you and we cool and I just can't talk to you and all this, you know? And make a long story short, I was mad, my feelings got hurt. So that's when I hit him on the dumb way. I see you badass with the fat knots, you know? All that was all because of little shit like that because I feel like, you know, like I say. But to make a long story short, I caught Boosie recently.
Nussie was actually the big homie. Boosie's big homie. They're from the same, people don't know they're from the same actual neighborhood. And initially it wasn't beef, you know. But Nussie felt as if, don't get in the game and close the door behind you. Bring some people with you.
Drop the album, this is what I'm gonna do, this is why I'm gonna do it. I thought it would be funny, you know, I thought nigga look at the album, laugh at the motherfucking buy it. Cause the name of the game is sell a CD. So I'm trying to sell you a CD. So, did the shit, I did an interview, I said, Boosie, Turk, anybody got any problem with it, give me a call. I ain't trying to upset nobody or nothing, I'm just trying to get in this game, you know what I mean? I'm just, whatever I got to do, I'm trying to, the name of the game is to sell CDs, you know, I sold like what? We sold about 3,000 in 2 days, you know, so that's the plan, you know, I'm happy. Cool, everybody act like they ain't got no problem with it. I got my CD at the bottom line in the South. Boosie pulled up in the Corvette, he let a nigga out the passenger side, nigga yanked me Mr. Badass sign down. So I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. I just sold this nigga a pan of syrup at the Dollar General store. Remember when I told you meet me at the Dollar, when you told me, I told you meet me wherever you want me, man. You told me to go by Dollar General, I'm whooped up by myself, you whooped up. I told you I ain't kill your boy. If I did it, me and you wouldn't be talking right now. You said, all right, bro, I sold, you gave me the money. We did business. I'm like, damn, kind of fucked up. I just sold the nigga pan syrup. So I see the nigga ride, I see people, you know, we don't see each other, nobody say nothing. It ain't like that, you know. I don't have no beef. I like his music. I might not agree what he do in the streets as far as keeping it real with Baton Rouge like he say he do, but that's just another story. That's just my personal opinion, you know. But I feel like, bro, to be honest with you, bro, we're not on the same level to be beefing. So it's like pretty much kind of embarrassing to me to say I'm beefing with Boosie, because Boosie's a talented rapper and I'm a gangster. Ain't no comparison.
And then, after he took his album cover and put his face on his body and actually dropped the album, the war was on. The war was on at that point. It was no turning back. When Nussie did that, it was no turning back at that point. It was full-fledged war. Not to mention he was being accused of killing Ivy. He was accused of unaliving Ivy, and that didn't set too well with Boosie either. So at that point, it was full-fledged war at that point.
Nigga wouldn't fuck with this here. I'm finna start cutting niggas dick off when they get knocked out. So I'm finna come home and DD show too. We known for doing walkers, but we shoot up collars too. Follow through with that bullshit, send you straight to the pulpit. I'm the preacher, am I deacon bowl? About that beef and wool, 220 degrees, we like to shoot. Marlo in his monkey suit, bamming niggas every month.
Boosie is not only making headlines in our backyards, he's the talk of the national entertainment media.
Police here arrested and charged him for first-degree murder, and as talk circulates around his hometown, some tell our Tiana Williams his song lyrics were telling the real story.
Yeah, Donna, one man I spoke with near the crime scene points to the emphasis of Lil Boosie's lyrics on getting rid of the problems with gunfire. The last time Torrance Hatch, a.k.a. Lil Boosie, was on WAFB, it was last November. He was spending time at home the night before beginning a 10-year jail sentence for a third offense marijuana charge and probation violation.
Trouble easy to get in, but it's hard to get out.
The rapper's trouble includes weapons charges, marijuana possession, resisting an officer, and aggravated battery. Fast forward to today. Boosie is back in handcuffs, charged with first-degree murder. The Baton Rouge Homicide Task Force says the rapper was involved in a shooting at this house. Terry Boyd was killed. This man, who has not to be identified, says he spent time on the streets in the same circles as the rapper.
9 times out of 10, the stuff they talk about, some of them don't do it, but a lot of them do.
He says some of Lil Boosie's songs should offer some clues.
People who talk about murders, they're involved.
District Attorney Hiller Moore says it's quite possible Lil Boosie is connected to a string of murders. Police recently arrested 9 men for the deaths of 6 others. Police say Boosie is part of this web. One other name stands out. 17-year-old Michael Loudon is the only one charged with each murder.
You always have a head guy, and you find these little youngsters that you can roll by and give a couple of dollars to, and then, oh, I got the job.
He says Boosie even alluded to this in his song. Make no love in my body, mother, wake up in the backseat. This man says violence is the cycle of the streets, a way for people to make a name for themselves.
You can wake up the next day and still be living. You shoot someone, you take a life, but you're going to get your life taken. You can't get away with everything.
The DA has said the killings seem to be over turf. Earlier this...
So, at that point, all bets are off. Boosie let the sharks out. He was through playing with nussie at that point. He was through playing, he was through speculating, he was through going back and forth. He took the dogs out the leash, he put the sharks in the water. Now it was time to show and prove on nussie's behalf. For lack of better words, he bit off more than he could actually chew. And they was coming at him live and direct. They was knocking him down, courtesy of Boosie. Sit back, relax, pay attention. And then the beef get hot, the beef turns up. So they left Boosie no choice but to do one thing. He let Marlo Mike loose. He let Marlo Mike do his thing.
Trying to jack and I'm up